It's 2:24 p.m. on August 9th, 2021. In September of 2017, I contacted the office of Senator Marco Rubio. Why? Because there were actions ongoing in Texas that required support. And he was directly involved with efforts that were going on concurrently to those that were in the state of Texas that had federal jurisdiction. I contacted his office formally, and then I contacted his office again. And when I contacted his office again, I sent an official communication I had with the court here in the state of Texas. Did somebody involved either with the state of Texas or the state of Florida engage in abuse of Section 19F2 of the Florida Constitution regarding state trust funds? Did somebody set up a trust fund, presumably in the name of the state of Florida, in connection with my efforts to contact Senator Marco Rubio? Do they intend to, or have they already tried to, exercise the option regarding the requirement for the termination not more than 4 years after the effective date of the act authorizing the initial creation of the trust fund? Did somebody allow for my efforts at due process, including in consideration of a state of emergency in the state of Texas that also had implications for the state of Florida, to be engaged in order to not only defraud me and not only defraud the people of Texas, but to engage in serious and significant crimes that compromise the states of both Florida and Texas? There have been changes to the Florida Constitution that have been as abysmal as the changes to the Texas Constitution since 2017, although different. I am concerned that there is a specific manner in which constitutional considerations for the specific matters included in the Constitution of the state of Florida have been used to aid and abet serious and significant crime. It's one thing to try to contact somebody in another state for support when you understand that there is a common interest in trying to address matters that are ongoing at the time. It is another thing for people in political office that have some sort of specific kind of sectarian interest to engage in acts of trafficking of somebody that is exercising their constitutional rights and or assuming identity information for themselves in connection with intentional acts of libel involving the person that originally attempted to contact them in performance of their official duties. Now, I'm not saying that there is not outstanding issues that predate this, but what I understand is right now, there is somebody that is on a track that is completely misrepresentative of the material reality at work and is attempting to defraud me and libel me even further. Somebody took what I tried to do when I contacted Senator Rubio and created a misrepresentation of what was ongoing that has escalated into a very significant situation. And I contend that if this is true, if this has a material implication for other countries outside of the United States, this was not about intelligence, gentlemen and women. This was not about intelligence. This was not even at the time about an international issue outside of the context of understanding that there was a storm event involved. I'm very concerned because this timeline also correlates with a transportation bond issued for the state of Florida that I contend not only was engaged in efforts to personally retaliate against me and commit serious crime via that retaliation, but also involves the assassination of a head of state from another country. Literally. It literally involves the assassination of a head of state from another country. And the transportation of the First Lady to the state of Florida during the time frame wherein these crimes were occurring. Nobody's spoken about this as significantly as they needed to. And if I am correct, then right now we are in a series of events this week where what you're attempting to do is liquidate that trust. Did you create a shell trust in the state of Florida that is using events based on a shell trust established in the state of Texas to try to follow through on whatever it was that was actually your intent in willfully and intentionally engaging in fraud in my efforts to contact you in your official capacities? The ceremonies and the debauchery has gone on long enough.